Hello viewers, it's your girl Ruby Fangirl. You guys remember from the poll that I put out quite literally a couple of days ago that if you guys want me to talk about more about Tom and Jake episode 3. And you guys chose yes. So if you want to hear the full story, I have I did a post that I put out 1 hour before I released the poll. But long story short, originally I wanted to do a reaction very soon when I did the previous episodes. Unfortunately, there was a lot of statics that happened not just for a quarter, but almost the entire episode. So it's basically already ruined. So I decided not to release it, but I did a post because I didn't know if you guys want to do that or not. So that's why I decided to ask you guys if that was okay, and you guys agreed. So, without any further ado, I'm definitely going to be talking about, this episode, because I'm going to tell you right here, right now, it's the best episode out of, the previous episodes that I've seen so far of the spin-off. It tackles, a lot of stuff. It's, very emotional. So the purpose of this, I'm going to stick to the moments that I find, very interesting about, this episode. So the very first thing that really made me emotional and actually concerned for one particular person is when, I don't know what they call this scene, but I'm going to call it Tom's PTSD moment. I could be wrong on how you guys put out that scene, but you kind of get what I'm saying with the picture I'm putting up basically. And before we get into that, there's actually a part that I do really want to talk about when it comes to the relationships between the families with Tom, Tess, and Gabby, because they snuck into Tom's mom's house, even though they didn't really need to, but whatever. And they started to talk about family stuff because they were trying to help out Tom, just figuring out anything about his father. And they keep talking about parent stuff that Tess actually points out that she doesn't really know what that feels to have a family, because now thanks to the remake of season 2, it is revealed that she has been orphaned since she was a child. Damn, that is just so sad. After watching those episodes in the remake, oh my god. And then we get to Gabby, and it's here that we finally got some more confirmation on her family. No, I'm not gonna count meet and greets despite being them canon. I'm only just gonna stick to the main shows. Meet and greets are a different story despite being canon. And it's revealed that Gabby and her father don't really get along because that her family doesn't really give a shit about her, because it's revealed so many times that she has parents that wants nothing to freaking do with her and has no interest in Gabby's interests except for themselves. Their own interests, basically, I'm trying to say. God. And this, of course, really affects Gabby, a lot, because she has, a brand new life with her girlfriend, Ellie, and with all, these friends she actually sees as family. And, yeah, that's just really rough. But there's actually, one moment that people gloss over. And it's when, after Tom, comforts her that just dads are just stupid or parents are stupid. And then this actually kind of made Gabby, break down. She was almost about to say something, then she was oh, at least I have all you guys. She said it, in a very hurtful way or something else. She's hiding something. Because I noticed, because I've seen her, talk like that before, and she always talks, very positively. But here, it really looks like that she's hiding something. Because if this is going to be foreshadowing for season 5, or later on, in the spinoff, I need to know, so goddamn badly. Because this is something that people are glossing over, especially Gabby fans. I'm a Gabby fan, and this is just, I want to make sure people recognize this. But anyways, it's time to get to where the episode really starts to get emotional. Once, Tess found out, someone's name, which it turns out to be his father's name, he looks at the name, and suddenly, everything around him starts to panic. His eyes become, very blurry, with flashbacks hitting him basically showing, how cruel that his father was. And then he drops the book and looks at both, Tess and Gabby with haze, in his eyes, because he's literally, seriously gonna pass out. So Tess asks Abby like to get some water because, well, he definitely needs it, and she brings him over to try to calm him down by basically like saying like, what 3 items do you see and what do you hear? And then they took some breaths, and then after that he calms down and thanks Tess for helping. Gabby reaches the water and gives it to him, and then it's all good. But, oh my god, like, this moment was definitely something. Like, this is the first time I've seen, like, PTSD being treated like that. It's all thanks to Tess, because she knows how this is, because she wanted the help, just like her therapist did, by instructing her to go to, basically, like, a competition to help her out. It's kind of almost very similar to that, but you know what I mean. Seriously, Tess, please be my therapist. Like, the way that you did that, like, to Tom, I really need a therapist like her. And also, this kind of, every time I think of, like, PTSD, I always think of, like, Yang Xiaolong's PTSD from Volume 4. But, however, unlike in Ruby, where Yang's PTSD is there, but it's not prominent, and they didn't really show how to deal with that kind of situation. But here, they actually did it, like, because Tess and Gabby were there to help him, like, in that situation. And that's basically the entire, like scene. Like, I was speechless after hearing this, or seeing this. And, oh my god, that was really something. And there were, like, other things, like, in this episode I did quite like. Like, Tess and Ellie's conversation was quite nice, because it turns out that Tess is still living the past no matter what, which makes sense, because it's revealed in, like, Season 2 that she really had, like, a hard time escaping her past, but it just can't go away, like, permanently. Because that's kind of, like, the whole point. Like, you can't really escape your past no matter how hard you try, but you can manage it by just keep moving forward. Just like in Ruby, just keep moving forward. And she is really thankful to have Ellie, and also, like, Gabby from the previous scene when she was trying to, like, comfort Tess of her situation. I forgot to mention that earlier, and Ellie does, like, the same thing in this moment, too. Seriously, these moments are just where it hits. And then later on, it's revealed that Tom had a brother, or stepbrother. I'm not really sure, like, how they referred to them to as. Does anyone knows? Please tell me in the comments. And wow, you can definitely tell they do not have, like, the greatest, like, relationship, because they're both complete opposites. While Tom is like strong and, like, really strong on the outside, but on the inside he's, like, lovably dumb, basically, because he's not smart, but he's not stupid. But his brother is kind of the complete opposite of that, where he's kind of, like, intelligent and performs out of, like a major university. And speaking of university, because there is one thing that really shocked me that I never expected. And that's, of course, when Tom, like, explained, like, the situation to his brother about everything that's happening, he decides to help Tom out by basically giving a phone number to a friend. And who is it? Is none other than Dan. Yes, the Dan from Season 1. Like, holy shit. That moment really surprised me. I was like, is that Dan? And I really went crazy. I never expected it. So, yeah. And he was willing, like, to help out with Tom's situation. And that's kind of where the episode ends. But there is one thing during the end. We get to see Jake's mother for the first time. Oh my god, I can tell in this next episode this is gonna go haywire. So, like, that caught me, like, off guard, because I knew that we were probably going to see her, because from the previous episodes that she was mentioned a few times, so it wouldn't make sense for her to come, but I never expected her to be in, like, the last part of, like, the episode. So, yeah. So that was the episode. A very emotional episode, and it's probably my favorite, like, out of, like, this season, but we'll have to wait and see what episode 4 and 5 is. And I promise you, I will try to do reaction videos on that. I promise you guys that. If I can't do it, I'll just do something like this. Just FYI on that. And now, I will see you guys in the next video.